1, 2. Ba-doop, boop, 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 brr, 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 brr. Ba-doop, boop, 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 ba, ba-da, 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 ba, ba, ba-da. Ba-da, 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 ba, 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 ba-da. Ba, 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 da, 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 da. Ba, da, ba, 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 da, 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 da. Let's put some music on, music on, music on. Hope everyone's doing good today. Yeah. Bum 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 ba bum ba bum. Time to clean this up. What up, Jax? Ooh, the rookie is it out? Good to see you in chat. How's my audio? Hey, what up, Gab? What's happening today? Got some keyboard chores. Got some keyboard chores. First is cleaning this. This is like the pre-stream stream for that all the cool kids do, aka the cleaning portion of the stream. Like I've said before, professional chefs always tell you, whenever you see professional chefs cook on TV or do any kind of demonstration, right? The kitchen's already clean, and you know by the end of whatever cooking tutorial you're watching, they have like 4 pots and pans that they've used. You know, they've used graters, they've used a whole assortment of tools that at the end of the night, you know someone's gonna have to clean. They never show you them cleaning it. But here I am, man of interest, showing you guys it's responsible to clean before you start your keyboard chores. So, cleaning is A+, everyone. Make sure you stay clean. Trying out the new Lav today. That's why I was asking about the audio. So if I'm clipping or anything, let me know. I might be hitting the orange. So I'm getting close to clipping, but I don't think I'm clipping quite yet. As far as I can tell. Typing this on Cherry Blues. Cherry Blue Cuckoo Kachoo. Good for you. My first 2 mechanical keyboards featured Cherry MX Blues. Those were a Cooler Master Quickfire Rapid and a Ducky Mini. Hello, Frozen Taps. Good to see you. HyperX, kicking it old school. Kicking it old school. Where does... Oh, okay, let's see. I don't know if you guys can tell, but aside from changing the angle today, for that camera at least, I've changed what camera I'm using. It's a nicer camera. The lighting is really bad right now, but I don't know, hopefully you guys can at least tell the difference that the camera quality is a little bit nicer, the autofocus is way better. On your phone, it sounds fine for mobile. That is good. That is A-OK today. Finish up the review for this, part 3. Taking forever. I know. I just got distracted. Because keyboards are so distracting and fun, you know what I'm saying? You guys still hear me over here all right? I'm sure you guys can. This lab switch has some pretty good range, so. Don't know what this washer belongs to. These cable ties need to go in my cable bag. Where's my cable bag? It's down there. 100 Raichu. Why does typing on cable box jades feel better with SA keycaps compared to stock? Compared to like stock keycaps? Jades are really nice clicky switches. I think if you like clicky switches a lot, SA, because they have that all that space inside, just like amplifies everything you love about clicky. Video and audio good? Awesome. Good to hear, good to hear. When I do chores, we'll be switching over to this screen. I'm just cleaning and BSing with you guys right now, so, you know, it is how it is. Mostly I just want to try this new lab out today. So, probably going to hear a lot of, like, rumbling when I do my chores, like that. I don't know. If it gets too annoying, we'll see. I can always change. We can work on the game together, you know what I'm saying? Don't need to see that on the till. It is a coaster, so I'm gonna use it to coast my drink. Why are coasters called coasters? Is it because they're supposed to coast the drinks? I don't know. These are the things I think about when thinking. I shouldn't, but I do. Okay, let's see how the bench stream looks. This is straight, but it's not straight on the camera. The camera's crooked then, huh? No, this is crooked too? Well. Yeah, the camera's definitely crooked. Let me fix that. Which side is crooked? Is it this way? I know this is straight. Let's line that straight. So that's straight, and then it needs to go this way. There we go. Hey, there we go. That's the way we do it. You guys like my new, got some upgrades recently, including one not limited to this brush caddy. Oh, I just realized that this camera isn't on or working. Webcam, why aren't you working, pal? Why aren't you working, pal? I do not know why you're not working, pal. Probably because you're not plugged in. Found out something yesterday. You desoldered your Ducky 1-2 Mini. And stab wires are lubed from the factory. Yeah, a lot of OEMs are doing their own lube from the factory. Usually it's not the greatest, but it's something that's a trend that started more recently, and it is, I'd say, there we go, pretty good for the community overall. So I think it's a plus. So how do I look on this camera? Well, the camera's off center. I wonder if I can fix. I can fix that. As one character said in the movie and book Holes, I can fix that. If you don't understand that reference, then I don't know what to tell you. That's a reference everyone should understand, I hope. I'm gonna move this camera for a second, so don't mind this camera. Mountain Blocks, thank you so much for the 200 bits. If you guys haven't, check out Mountain Blocks. site if you're interested in getting a really cool shirt. Hold on, I'm trying to move this tray right here. I'm just gonna switch my camera again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This, take this out. Can I take this out? The other one's above it? Come on. I believe. There we go. Come on, baby. Okay. What are these little screws and things doing in here? Hello, Nebulant. Hello, Raging Asian. You made it into a stream for once. Crazy how that happens. Good to see you there, bud. I'm just doing some pre-stream stream chores. Get boys rise up. Yep. I really don't want to have to redo all of this, but I feel like I have to if I want to actually like put things where I want to put them. So I'm just going to live this life right now. Bum 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 ba bum. But yeah, so if you guys haven't seen by the title of my stream, this is literally keyboard chores. I will be looping switches today. But right now I'm literally doing chores in the most chore-like way. Bum, 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 ba, bum. So if you expected something else, I don't know what to tell you, because I feel like I labeled the stream pretty appropriately. Okay, let's see how this camera angle looks. Bench stream, that looks pretty good, right? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Pretty spot on. Maybe lower a little bit. One of these. Yeah, it looks good, right? That looks good. Now I need to fix everything else. Am I going to KeyCon? Yes, I am going to KeyCon. That's going to be fun and exciting, both at the same time. Can something be fun but not exciting? Yes, that's a dumb question. Of course it can. What's your favorite fun but not exciting thing, everyone? My favorites fun but not exciting things would probably have to be what people would consider the slower episodes of Star Trek: The Next Generation. Okay, come on, does this fit? Come on. Don't do me dirty like that. Hey, we're gonna make it fit. We're gonna make it fit. That doesn't look good, but it technically fits. Let's see, did that mess with the alignment? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Cool. Your first meetup. You went to one in New Jersey for a hot second, but it's gonna be your first big meetup. That's awesome, awesome. I'm going to Seattle this summer. That's the plan. I'm saying I'm going to Seattle. I haven't fully confirmed that 100% with my life yet. But that's on the roadmap. The map of the road does involve me going to KeyCon. I mean, going to Seattle. So yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's the plan. That's the plan. Things could change, but you know, it be how it do. Might skip Vancouver with your parents in order to make it to Seattle. Ooh, Mountain Block's also got Seattle on the calendar. Awesome, awesome. Hope you can also make NorCal on the calendar too. That'd be cool. What boards am I bringing to KeyCon? I'm not bringing any boards at all to KeyCon. I'm just bringing my camera. Just bringing my filming rig. This is really all I'm bringing, aside from clothes, to KeyCon. Just this. NorCal probably not hard enough to find time for the Portland peeps. Yeah, I feel that. What a camera rig. Thank you. I guess after I drink this, we can get started with some chores of the keyboard variety. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you guys heard that. How's everyone's day today? Normal work day for most of y'all, I imagine. Like my wallpaper. Thank you. Working on t-shirts. Soon. I have like a few designs I'm thinking about. I'm probably going to do one run to start with lots of just white text and black, just to keep it simple. Doctor appointment BS. Them waiting rooms, man. There's only so many health posters you can read. No multicolored text, maybe for round 2. For round 1, I think I'm just going to do the classic white and black. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Mountain Block's group buy for the Dolce Pack t-shirts, check them out. Feel free to shoot a link in chat, Mountain Blocks. I haven't joined yet. I'm planning on joining though. So yeah, feel free to put a link in chat, Mountain Blocks. If you guys haven't joined those shirts, they're pretty cool. And as Mountain Block said on Instagram, it's a great way to lure people, unsuspecting people, into a keyboard conversation. You may not be expecting it. Mad coding today versus code for the win. Nice. Nice. Is there music playing? Actually, no, I'm not with my headphones on, so I don't know if music's playing. Music is playing. Okay, I got that already. Probably playing very softly in the background. So, new lab setup. Sounds pretty good. Visual Studio Code, not Verse Code. I don't know these things, man. I failed Python in college. I not failed. I barely passed. I did bad enough where like I passed, but I know coding wasn't in my future. So I'm like, I'm done here. I'm here, doc. I'm done here, doc. Thanks for the knowledge, but I cannot continue on this path. 53 sold with a week and a half to go. Solid. Started engineering, ended up coding, go figure. Good call. I couldn't go engineering. I almost failed math. I'm not good at math. I'm very, very bad at math. I can do physics, but not math. Like when it gets theoretical, I get lost. When it's like, oh, normal Newtonian physics, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So for the last like 12 hours, the stack of, as you guys can see, all of the cool board stuff has been sitting under this metal wrist rest. I'm trying to like flatten them out because they were like pretty curved, but hey, they're pretty good now. Pretty good. Working on a little video. They're in order right now from the least cool thing to the coolest thing. in the whole order. So I'm probably gonna do a video where I'm just gonna narrate each one, and then as we change from the categories, we'll also, you know, transition through the categories as well. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Laverne, good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. So I don't know how you do it, dude. Like almost every single Instagram post you put up, it's like, ooh, that's an amazing acrylic looking board. I mean, usually it's like a 40 or 30% board I could never use. I'm like, that's aesthetic, yo. Because anything bigger costs money to make and you're broke. Fair enough. That's very fair. Are you right now restricted by the sheets you buy or by your cutting size, the size of your cutting surface thing? I assume you have a set space you can cut in, and that's probably a constraint. By the room you live in. Hey, that's literally my same. Some low frequency on the mic. It's almost static. It's probably my fan. Let me watch if I switch this down. Is that low frequency gone? Most likely I will turn that back on as I get hot. Undervolted your GPU. Solid. Turn it on. Okay. Gotta move all your acrylic stocks to the floor when you want to sleep. Yeah, no, I gotta move all my stuff to and from my bed when I do filming stuff. Like right now, I'm using like my filming table. I can show you real quick. Sorry, for storage. It's my bed. So sometimes when I need to clear that table, the stuff either goes on the workbench or they go to my bed. So I feel you with the I feel you with the cramped setup. That angle, yeah, the weird angle. Yeah, for those who don't know, like when I shoot like This Week in Keyboards, like literally that's where it is right there. I clear all of that stuff out. There's stuff under the table. My bed's really right there, so stuff gets thrown onto the bed when I'm filming. Yeah, I'm sorry, I never make my bed. Try to annex the garage with your mother almost murdered you. Oof, would recommend against being almost mother murdered. Yeah, that's not good for your health. I would say most doctors would probably say it's bad for you. Sir Apocalypse would know. He waited in line for a long time to talk to doctors, and they'd probably recommend him not to get almost murdered. I wouldn't want to work in my garage for filming because sounds don't sound good in the sounds don't sound good in the words echoes in the garage, you know. So I wouldn't want that. Buying a house, having a garage change your life. No way you'd be making wood space otherwise. I feel like having a shop vac changes your life if you're making wood space bars. One of these days I need to get a shop vac. If I had a workspace to make so many things, room treatments are a thing. You're right, Gio. There's only so many things. This is like I've maxed out my space. I only recently cleaned this area. What's the top mount thing? Is it a self-made structure? No, it's actually something you can buy. It's kind of expensive, to be honest. I should have made my own out of like PVC or something, but it does have quarter 20 mounts all throughout the top rail, which is nice for mounting lights or whatever I want. Can I ceiling mount my stuff? It's pretty far up, and like it's kind of annoying to run cables and stuff and whatnot. No, that support. Yeah, ceiling. I could mount it. There's screws in the bottom here. I could in the future, yeah, and I could just have this flip to the other side. That's easy peasy lemon squeezy enough. But I removed all my stuff, so everything's like kind of convenient right now. Like actually, this used to be centered on this desk, but now I moved it this way, so I have more room for like this and some other stuff. I actually have a good amount of desk space. Let me show you. I've changed it a little bit recently. Bam, here it is. Bam, here I am. Better angle than before. Ow, my knee. I even have, you guys can't see it here, but right here, I have my microscope. All you do is plug in the USB, and then now I can like microscopically, that is a word, microscopically show you guys things through my microscope on stream as well, if there's things I need to show you. Like when I like compare like sliders or spring or whatever it is. You guys get the point. Let me move my stream to this monitor so I don't have to crane my neck. I actually got a monitor right here now, so I don't have to like look over here to see what's happening on the Streamerino. You know what I'm saying? Live macro shots is dope. Yeah, thank you. It's just like a normal USB microphone. They're pretty cheap, but I think like for streaming, it's like really great for doing keyboard stuff. Yeah, let's do some keyboard stuff though. So I have to lube some switches because I have a Verne. If you don't know what a Verne is, I'll show you. It's a keyboard designed by Zambuman. Let me just go to my work area, or my projects area. So this is the Verne box. Here, do I use a trackball? I do use a trackball, Pudsey. I use like 3 different kinds. I switch often. I switch trackballs like I switch keyboards. So if you guys don't know what kind of trackball, I either use the Elecom Huge, Elecom Deft Pro, or the CST trackball. What's your favorite? Your L-Track. Ooh, your L-Track died? Do you know why it died? Could be fixable, but my favorites. Everyone uses, yeah, I mean, I was the one who recommended Nathan Kim to use the Elecom Huge. And now everyone's like, oh, I use it because of Nathan. I was the OG who first used that trackball in like this community basically. Cable freight. I would honestly recommend the Elecom Huge or another L-Track. I'm guessing you have the older L-Tracks. The newer L-Tracks you can get the metal rollers for, it makes it way smoother. This is a 2017 one. I'm not sure if those ones had the metal bearings yet, but the new ones with the had the metal rollers. Okay, I mean, so you know, those are nice. Changed it out. Rip. So back to what I was talking about though. Verne. I have to lube switches because I got this Verne. Can I game with the Elecom stuff? Depends on the game. So this is the Verne. It's pretty lit. No logo on the front. A lot of people don't like logos in the fronts. There's no logo on the fronts. There's no weight or design. It's just a plain thing. That's all. It's like it's just plain. I mean, in terms of like logoage, right? But like, got these gentle, beautiful curves. Woo. Mr. Petrov, good to see you here. Got just a slight forehead, right? Not like, you know, a 5 head, but like it's elegant. The front, as you can see by the design, it's mostly a bottom plate attached to a top because it's a top-mounted keyboard. That's why the seam isn't directly in the middle. USB-C. I'm not going to build this today. I just tell you guys what the end goal is. I'm going to be lubing switches today. Maybe I'll build it. I don't know. We'll see. Iron Man looking case. It's pretty Iron Man look. I was thinking of putting JTK Yosh on it for like that yellow and red going on. Gotta get back to work, Pudsey. Good luck with your work. But yeah, Elecom Huge, big Huey recommend because you can get the version that has the wireless USB dongle and that also has a Bluetooth mode and a wired mode, so you can do like all three. So you can switch it up, and the batteries are double A, so you can just get rechargeable ones. Connect to your phone, solid. This goes back over here. Okay. Oakley dokley, utterly chokely. Right, switches. What switches am I going to work today? That's a great question. Let's find out by going to my switch box. As you guys might know in the past, I used to use this wood box to carry switches that are current to me. It was this one, which is now empty, and the reason it's empty is because this literally is not enough room for switches. So I've upgraded to a tub, a small tub. I have a bigger tub as well. And these are my switches that I'm going to be using in the near future. When is Season 2 of the Cool Board kicking off? Season 2 of the Cool Board will be kicking off on the 22nd of this month. So, switches like I have to still lube and work with. I got inks, I got T1s, rip. I got the clear pandas, I got the linear pink gats, creamy yellows, creams, halo clears, Fey switches, mod H's, exclusive gats, the tangerine things, but today is going to be the inks. Season 2 of the Cool Board might include some guest appearances. Might. Okay. I already have the new board for Season 2. I just need to print out the new labels. Everything's going to be like nice cardstock. No more cheapy printer paper, right? We're gonna go cardstock for everything for Season 2. And I've worked out the costs. As long as I get like one sub per episode, the costs even out. So I'm good. Okay. I guess we have some people watching and want me to do keyboard chores now, so let's get to it. So, okay, let me just try to scoot up. Oh, wait, Nebulant. I can finally show you your keyboard that you're wanting to buy off me. Here it is, Nebulant. New in box condition. I still have the wrapper on the coiled cable, which isn't stretched at all. The only thing it has is the Sharpie numbering on it. No shine on the keycaps. And you even have a handy dandy area to store drugs or not drugs. Yeah. Yeah, the bottom row is a big yikes. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Take your time. Oh, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Mountain Blocks. Q-Laver, thank you as well for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So much. Okay, let's get lubing. I guess it's more cinematic. You do it like this, right? If anyone is wondering why this piece of gaffer tape is here, it's because my camera used to be back more on the table, and this was a frame guide, so I'd know if something was in frame or out of frame, as a heads up. Okay, let's do switches now. Switches now. We're gonna open switches now. Once I find my switch opener, where did I put it now? Put it now. But really, where did I put it now? Right here. Gonna start opening switches. Actually, hold on. Hold on. We're gonna be ergonomic, everyone. We're going to be ergonomic. Huey, how can you be ergonomic while opening switches, you may ask? Simple. Elevation is key, everyone. Elevation is key, okay? We're gonna need a 1, and a 2, and a 3. And where's my number 4? Where is number 4? Who does number 4 work for? What? Where's my... Oh, right here. And number 4. Okay, organization. This... needs to be like this. Is that right? Or is it this way? Yes? Yes. Let's go with this. So let me move my camera so you can see my face. I guess you can see the camera blocking me. But I'm standing now. I like doing this standing because it builds character, I guess. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But we're just gonna take some of these switches out, or all of them, and let's get started. So, here's the battle plan. Okay, let's open. Okay, I need to switch those. Spring and bottom. Next. Okay, fine. Be stuck like that. Why am I doing that? I just messed that one up. Okay. But yeah, I'm just going to be opening switches and looping switches. Anyone else working on some keyboard chores tonight? I wonder if my headphones are long enough so I can listen to whatever music I'm playing for you guys. Packaging right now, 3:30 a.m. Nice, my headphones are long enough. Is anything playing? Music stopped. Oh, that was the last song I played. Okay, let's change the genre. The genre to some jazz? 3 a.m. Whoa, 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 whoa. Watching from work. Not tonight, you need to lube the Securios. Work on milling the last parts for your Dolch Pack 60 conversion. Ooh, nice. Yeah, after these chores, I need to finish doing some pickup shots for my E7 review. Then I need to film just a lot of other stuff that I have to film that I can't discuss yet. I have a few undisclosed projects to work on, but I have a lot of things to do, and I'm pretty happy about it. Oh my goodness, I just realized I haven't decided what lube I'm going to use tonight. Should I try one of the new Cristo lubes that I haven't used yet? That you can get from Novel Keys, one of the awesome sponsors of the show. And fun fact, if you use the promo code SPRINGSPRINGS, you can get 5% off your order. Whoa. Thanks, Mike. Huey, how do you make sure you don't miss or double loop a switch in the station? You go in order? I don't know. I mean, you can physically see when you've lubed a switch. That's usually how I do it. But yeah, usually to make sure I don't miss a switch, I just physically inspect the switches, because usually you can see pretty well if you've lubed them, because of how this, the sheen of the lube. So I have a question to you all in chat. I just want to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think there exists any space for keyboards to be simply art, as in you own it as a piece of art not to use, but only to admire? The fact that it's functional art is irrelevant from the fact that it is art. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that that mentality can exist in our community, or do you think, anything that is functional art doesn't lose the fact that it is functional art, functional as opposed to just art? See them as functional art, not for you, but people already do more power from them. Because the reason I think about this is, I think that with people doing new designs, I think eventually there's going to be a direction in our community that will eventually head to what I would consider more like modern art. Like, imagine my idea. It's gonna sound stupid, but it's what I would consider like a modern art of keyboards. Imagine a keyboard. I'm going to use quotes here because this is now where it becomes art as opposed to something that can function, which is a cube. Instead of it's a cube where it's one switch on each side, right? 6 switches, but instead of them facing outwards, they're built on an acrylic plate where you fold it and they all face inwards. So you can't actually push any of the switches, but through clear acrylic you can see all of them. And they're just facing inwards, and it's just like a sculpture, but it's keyboard related. Maybe I'm just dumb, but that's how I kind of think of it. That's like more art's not a keyboard. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's just art. It's just art for people who like keyboards. Acrylic, you say? Hit me with some sketch. I'll send you some sketches, and you'll understand what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, "That's dumb." 50% chance you'll say that's dumb. 50% chance you'll say that's dumb. Let's do it. Yeah, that's just modern art, which is cool. Like Frank of Switch Wall is basically just art. That's true. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try something, guys. Right now with the compressor on, let me turn the compressor off, and do I sound better or worse? Here's me talking with the compressor off. How do I sound now compared to having the compressor on? Is it better? Is it worse? Or is it different? Worse. Better. Okay, we're at 50-50 right now. I'm not sure. Better with off? The only bad news about the compressor built into this mixer is it doesn't have like, I can't adjust it. It's just like an on or off for the compressor. If I could adjust it, I could definitely tune it better. As long as it's not gauche or gimmicky. Planning to do something crazy with the Pain 27, pretty much just art. Well, I mean, the Pain 27 that's basically done in a picture frame style thing is like the art version of it. You know what I fear? This is gonna be really irrational. I can imagine one like some overly zealous artisan person is like, I disagree with your implementation of keyboards as art. I believe artisans should be the only avenue of art, of modern art in the keyboard community, because it's sculpting, because it's a traditional art. God, could you imagine if like someone tried to argue that? I feel like that only exists if artisan people were closer to traditional artists. I think they're all modern art enough to be like, that's cool if you did a modern art of the idea, concept of keyboards as opposed to a keycap. Think. I don't know. I guess I should show myself in other channels if I haven't already. It's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that after I loop switches, or after I take apart these switches. I think about 90 of them. I should have enough. Seems like there's not a lot of overlap between artisans and the custom keyboard crowd. There is not a lot of overlap between those crowds, actually. You're absolutely right about that. There's some overlap, for sure. I know quite a few people who enjoy a lot of both, but they're still two, I would say, pretty distinctly different crowds. How are you finding the consistency of the batch of gap inks? You getting random scratching ones? No, they seem fine. So far, so Gucci. Even with my first batch, I didn't really have any like bad ones. Your wallet hates that you're both into customs and artisans. RNGesus died for your luck, because you need luck in both subsets. Cooking chili tonight for tacos. Ooh, chili tacos. Interesting. Sounds good. It's Gucci. It's Gucci. We're all chillin'. Just like chili. Actually, no, chili should not be chillin'. Chili should be served hot or warm. Entered every KF raffle you've entered. Nice. Hey. And that's why I contend. Sometimes you may not realize it, but luck could be a skill. You know? Like, you ever think, you know, if real life was like a RPG, like on your character creation screen, maybe your parents just dumped a ton of luck points into you and you're like, yeah, let's see what happens. And you look at yourself now, you're like, huh, maybe that's why I turned out okay. You don't buy the super popular ones, you like the up-and-comers that are reasonably priced and easy to get. That's fair, yeah. So, people who are in the artisan crowd, I have a question, because I know someone who's in the artisan crowd, a few people, and one of them said something weird to me. They said they don't believe up-and-comers should charge a lot, even if their sculpt is good. This person said only experienced veterans should have the right to charge over a certain amount for artisans. Anyone who's new and unestablished, even if the sculpt is good or looks good, they shouldn't morally charge as much. I don't know what to think about that. I'm like, well, because like my brain says, well, I mean, if it's good, it's good then, right? Right? I'm like, sure, if it's a bad sculpt, then yeah, they're not going to do well because people are going to be like, why are you charging so much for a bad sculpt? But like, if it's a good sculpt, then there's no issue, right? Like, that's why I'm just wondering, because like maybe just how people view art is different in terms of that kind of thing. I'm not really into artisans. Yeah, a lot of people in this hobby do not respect time, but that's okay. It's because a lot of people in this hobby... This is going to sound gatekeeping, but I think it's because a lot of people in this hobby are young, and when the younger most people are, the generally less value of time those who are younger have. Because when you're young, you have a ton of time in your hands, right? This tape on my table. Imagine taking 2 to 3 hours on a single cap and someone tells you you can't charge like 50 plus for that. Yeah. can't expect to be able to make a living at something simply because you spend a lot of time doing it either. Yeah, very, very true. And that's a big part of why, for a lot of people, this is a hobby, not a way of life. Best artisan caps out there? I don't know. I don't pay attention to the artisans. I haven't purchased any artisans in like 4 years. I was into artisans when I was very new in this community, but I'm not really into artisans anymore. If I had to say the best artisans, probably the Key Collective Cosmonauts. I have 3 of those. Yeah, I don't suspect many artisans do make a living. Sludge Kid is killing it, constantly making new sculpts. Yeah, Artisans is like a whole different game. There's like so many different players that like you would only know about if you're into Artisans. And it is very much a different world. That I found that out because back in the day when I used to be a part of Top Clack, some of the guests we had on the very, very, very early episodes of Top Clack were artisan makers. And the thing that we quickly found out is most artisan makers don't really give a shit about custom keyboards at all. Like, they don't follow the news about keycaps, that even keycaps that much. Aside from like color matching or custom keyboards, they're like, I don't know what's happening. I'm just here to make keycaps, make artisans. I'm like, oh, that's fair. Why aren't I doing clack anymore? Do you mean why aren't I doing Top Clack anymore? Because I went into a different direction than Top Clack. Just general disagreement on the direction that we want to take content. So I decided to leave and do my own thing. Still great friends with Brian, and so we just have different opinions about content. Artisans are a niche within a niche. You have a couple, but you're probably not getting any more. They aren't even mounted on a board. Oof. Well, there are nice display cases people can get for those. You like This Week in Keyboards and Top Clack. You rely on both to keep you up to speed with what's going on. Nice. Yeah, it's hard to keep caught up sometimes. So many things happening. All arrangements are temporary. We are temporary. I mean, in the most metaphysical sense, yes. Okay, opened up all of the switches. Separate all the components. Let's put that away. Let's put this bag to the side for now. I will need it later to store the switches. Okay, let's just do one of these over here. One of these over here. These over here. Now let's just move this down here. I want to move this out of the way real quick. Okily dokily. Let me turn on more lights in my room, even though it's gonna get hotter. Well, that's life. So I did talk about, if you guys haven't watched the VOD for the stream yesterday, I did talk about that quite a bit, including got some vendor feedback on all of that. And you know what? It's definitely very interesting what's happening. I think this too shall pass. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Let me spam different channels to see if people want to watch Man of Interest doing some chores of the keyboard variety. Ba ba da ba ba. Ba ba da ba ba. Contents. You're right, this is content. My headphones back on. Put it on the back. What's the beverage this evening? I'm just drinking some Bang Purple Haze. What am I up to today? Well, Persiflage, I am up to lubing these Novel Keys ink switches, which you can purchase at Novel Keys for 5% off using my promo code Spring Springs. Yes, I'm going to be lubing these up, and these will be eventually put into my Vern that I get to build. The Vern, yes. Very nice. What lube should I use, guys? Should I use Cristo 111, 129, or 112? Choices. Not 129. I'll start with not 129. I already have a board of inks with 129, so we're not gonna do that again. (112) sound amazing on Nathan Kim's Q. Yeah. I started watching Top Clack a few weeks before I left, and watching me take a 40s of Mickey's to the dome on the last stream. Thank you. I haven't had Mickey's in a while, but yeah. I think if you're someone who enjoyed me watching, enjoyed me drinking a Mickey's, I think you kind of might understand the sentiment. 40s, you grew up with them or you didn't. It's just kind of that. That's just how it is with Mickeys. Like, very rarely do I know that people who are like brought into the world of drinking 40s. In a way. Jeff Malt Liquor. Yeah. Mickey's wide mouth map there. Heck yeah. I got some 40 fans in the house. Killaver, thank you so much for joining. Thanks for staying up and watching me while you pack all the good stuff. Haven't had a 40 in at least a decade. You have fond memories of those times. Whew. Oh yeah. Haven't had a 40 since college. Putting your ass now. Used to drink King Cobras when down to where Layla starts and the rest of the OJ. Ooh. I think some areas call those ghetto blasters, if I remember correctly. I was a big fan of enjoying the it's dumb, but the Steel Reserve 40s. You know, Steel Reserve made 40s. Like, oh dear Lord, have mercy. Thunderbird, if you want to class up the joint. Hello, Alec F2. You know, we'll have another Mickey stream, another 40 stream soon enough for everyone. Don't worry. It's good to know that there are a lot of kindred spirits in the chat. We used to call them brass monkey. That's what it's called. Ghetto blaster is drinking like half a Gatorade and refilling that with vodka. That's what it was. Brass monkey. You're correct. Nayland, no, thank you. Okay, I guess I'm using either 111 or 112 tonight. Not gonna lie, I wish these labels weren't bigger than the cap themselves, because it looks bad. To an otherwise great, like, container. .2-liter Sprite, emptied, half-filled whiskey. I mean, I think the key thing is you're gonna get blasted. That's probably more accurate. Well, if anyone comes to KeyCon, we can all just get turned together. I assume the bar at the Ace Hotel is going to be available during the day. So I think because the bottoms of these switches are already so smooth, I'm just going to lube the stems. These all sound like hair tonic. I unfortunately don't have any recollection of what hair tonic is. That might be a bit past me. By bit, I mean probably very. Unless you just mean things that make you grow hair on your chest because of how intense they are. You know, it's also intense. The fire at the circus. Yes, bad joke. Sorry, I had to. You know, you were old. You made a lube station out of wood once. It was not a good time. That yeah, that doesn't sound like the most optimal. I really much like this lube station. It's very large. It fits all the switches I needed to fit. Because usually I'm not lubing more than 100 switches at a time. Is music over already? It is. This is the large size one. The largest one they have. It's a pump it up. You got the medium coming. Yeah, you're gonna be set with that. I'm pretty sure these crystal lubes are way too thick to bag lube with, huh? Womp womp womp. Okay, let's just manually lube these one at a time. Let's just get through with it. It'll be worth it, Huey. It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. Hey, I really need to find an intern one of these days. But like, there's no one in my area, really, who like likes keyboards. You can tub lube anything if you try hard enough. True, true. Okay, guys, are we going with the 112 or the 111? What does chat think? What does chat think? What are we rocking? The 111 looks a little bit like. Just, oh, there's another seal. Okay. Oh, that's nice. As it comes with this, it becomes sealed. Even though it's like leaking past the seal, because I can feel it on the rim. Oh goodness, that's really wasteful. So you kind of like you're stuck with. Oh, that's fine. It's not that wasteful. Otherwise, it'd be on this cap. Interesting. Okay. And how about this one? Interesting. Are the crystal numbers comparable to Krytox? Not really. At least not like in terms of them being one series. No. 129 is about 205. That's pretty accurate. I don't know why I smelled it. Doesn't really smell. Which one do you guys want me to use? 112, 111, 112. Anyone have any 111? 112? Thin Boys on Inks. 112? I mean, I could use 129 because, like, not only do I have this of 129, I have also all of this of 129, which is it's a good amount of 129. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say that for something. I'm gonna say that for something else. Thank you, Gio. Thank you. So let's grab my brush caddy and you guys are pretty split between 111 and 112. Ship your box of goodies. Okay, I will. Okay. Oakley dokley. Ardily chokily. Let's go with 111. I'll make the Huey executive decision. Uno. We're gonna go with. Let's see how thick this is. So you detach from this. Let's grab a thin boy. This is thick anyways. How well does it want to apply? So let's put springs on actually. I'm only gonna lube the stems, not the springs or the bottom housings. So I can put this tray away. And after I lube them, I'll give you guys my initial impressions. Thinking about making a Witch Switch episode on the Crystal Lubes. We'll see. Don't know if it really fits in that category, if it's just going to be a video about Crystal Lubes. TBD. $129 is super forgiving. You've caked it on some linears with no sluggishness. Yeah, 129 is definitely forgiving. I definitely heavily lube 129s on my VL and they still feel fine. Is the Creasalube another oil with PTFE or something totally different? I don't know, to be honest. It's a lot of lubing. It's a fair amount. I can finish all this lubing pretty quickly. If I wasn't streaming, it'd probably take me 45 minutes max to lube all these switches. Whenever I stream, time slows down a lot. Does it separate like Crytox? I don't believe it does. Spring down. I'm gonna pick the spring up. Okay. It's double time. Found the product data sheet. What does the product data sheet say? Fluorinated grease thickened with PTFE. There we go. Big question for everyone. What are your favorites chips? Just curiosity. Around where I'm from, a big popular choice is the classic hot Cheetos. You know what? I think hot Cheetos Puffs are underrated though. Kettle brand salt and pepper for 2 people in a row. Ooh. Are those the ones that are super loud when you chomp on them? Jalapeno crunch. Hot Cheetos Puffs, super underrated. Thank you, Jeff. You understand. Takis. Takis is like, do you want to eat lead today? That's what it feels like. I like Takis as well. Kettle chips are made in your hometown. Oh, that's awesome. Hot Funyuns though. Cape Cod waffle cut buffalo. Hard to. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Salt and vinegar chips are pretty good. Growing up, you only knew about kettle cooked chips because of brands like Cape Cod. When you discovered Lay's, you were so sad. I think Lay's is like the vanilla ice cream of chips. In like the bad, like the watery kind of vanilla ice cream. When you go to somewhere really cheap, and it's like, you know, they cheap out because it's like very airy or watery as opposed to being like creamy and milky. That's Lay's. That's plain Lay's. Kettle cooked chips are so much more expensive. That's true. So I gotta use them to treat yourself. It's lube time. It's lubing time. What switch am I lubing? I am lubing the Novelties ink switches, which you can get at novelties.xyz at 5% off if you use my promo code for this month, Spring Springs. Pickle or jalapeno Pringles, you're a simple man. Speaking of fried things, deep fried pickles. The absolute, amazing. Deep fried pickles. Have you ever never had deep fried pickles while like drinking a nice, really dry beer? Or just drinking beer in general? Amazing. Maine Coast chips and Cape Cod are usually brands in New England. Huh. But yes, fried pickle. I don't know how. I don't know like why pickles become so amazing when they're deep fried, but like it's life changing. If you've never had it before. How do you like silent inks? I've never used silent inks. These are just normal inks. Haven't used silent ones yet. I'm on the fence about silent inks. That's why I haven't got them yet. Maybe I'll get them in my next big Novelties purchase. We'll see. So it's funny, Huey story. Back when I was a lad, back when I was in college, so long ago. I know I probably still look college age to a degree, but that's a decent time behind me now. Not that decent, but a decent time behind me. Back when I was in college, I had my own deep fryer. It was slightly smaller than a shoebox for the internal deep frying area. And all my friends used to get together at my apartment every Friday for an event we'd call Deep Friday, where after class, you had to bring one of two things. Either you brought beer for the group, or you brought something for me to deep fry. And the rule was, if it can fit in my deep fryer, we're gonna deep fry it. Deep fried burger sliders, deep fried pickle slices, deep fried Oreos, deep fried ramen, deep fried hot dogs, deep fried double stuffed jalapenos. Yeah, it was that was my college. That was that grease smell though. And like, we'd have so there'd be the frying station, and across from on the other side on the kitchen there'd be like the prep station, right? We'd have the panko breadcrumbs, the Italian herb breadcrumbs, just the plain breadcrumbs, and like a breadcrumb mix of like someone would just come in with like a ton of like peppers and spices and just throw them in breadcrumbs, and we'd be like, how do you want to bread it? Do you want to double bread it? An egg wash, flour, egg wash, bread it, egg wash, flour, or do you just want to do flour? How do you want to do it? So we got wild. What's the best thing you've ever deep fried? That's what I want to know now. Bacon and tempura batter. Baby. That's what I want. What's the best thing you have ever deep fried and eaten? I think deep fried Kit Kats are better than deep fried Oreos because if you do it just a little bit, you still get that crunch. Potatoes, the classic. Dog. Between a burger or Oreos, we used to make a lot of French fries on Deep Friday. Someone would just bring like russet potatoes, you know, cut them up, blanch them, fry and season. Solid. Oreo. I think Oreos is like a classic for anyone who, you know, gets into like deep frying. All right, let's get started. I'm going light coat, heavy coat, medium coat. Let's find out. This feels like too light of a coat for this lube. These are inks indeed, like tempura green beans. Haven't had those. They are normal inks. Deep fried burgers are pretty good. Wait, when you say deep fried burger, do you mean like you built a burger and then you deep fried the whole burger, or do you mean you just deep fried the burger patty? Because this is two very different things. Need more lube. What lube is this? This is the Crystal Lube MCG 111. That's how tacos at Carl's Jr. are. They just fry the whole thing. That's like how Jack in the Crack does it. Speaking of Jack in the Box, Jack in the Crack, that was that's the first restaurant that made me like physically feel old by giving me heartburn because I ate so many of their tacos. Like one night, I was just like blitz out of my mind. Where friends, it was like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We had tacos. I was like, I just handed them a $20 bill. I'm like, just taco me. What a mistake. What a mistake. To be young. To be young and reckless like that. Can you imagine if you did that to your body now? That kills the Huey. Yeah, those tacos are something else. Yeah, it's still $2 for $1. It's still $2 for $1. So if you ever wanted to have a taco that was so deep fried it looked boiled, go to Jack in the Box and you will like feel your heart, just a tinge in your heart, like hating you after too many. Is this a thick coat I'm putting on? Medium thick. On the thicker side for sure. I want to really feel this one. Oh, joke. For silence, lubing the silent dampeners, I'm sure you mean recommended. Yeah, doesn't hurt. Just a small dab will do you. Wait a second. Why am I holding these with my fingertips? I'm not savage. I have a tool for this. How I lube the springs? I'm not going to lube the springs for these. The springs feel pretty good. Really for inks, the only thing I think is really worth lubing is like the slider. That's not even because the sliders are bad. Like as stock switches, they're really smooth and really nice. Yeah. Like, if anyone is like dissuaded by the price of inks, my argument is you're gonna buy if you buy inks, if you buy switches regardless, and you're an enthusiast, you're gonna lube them, right? If you're an enthusiast and you buy inks, you can probably get away with not lubing the springs like I am. Oh man, the times now back when I was in school and eating Jack in the Box regularly, a dangerous time in my life. And I hate that when I look back, I'm like, yeah, I actually ate Jack in the Crack regularly. That's bad. This is my first time using 111. Yeah, joke. This pen is a game changer, isn't it? It's a gem holder. You get them on Amazon. They're really cheap, and they really are game changers for anyone who's going to be lubing. That's why I realized, like, wait a second, I'm not a pleb. I don't want to touch my freaking stems. It's dirty. Yeah, my colon definitely thanks me for moving through. Yeah, first time using 111. Pretty curious to see how this is going to turn out. Actually, back in the day, the reason I could eat Jack in the Box regularly because I was actually way healthier. I was like 20 pounds under what I am now, and also because I used to exercise regularly. I used to ride over 100 miles a week on my bicycle. Some weekends I would ride like 100 miles alone on a weekend. Tonka, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. But those days are behind me, so therefore I can't eat Jack in the Crack anymore. Know what I'm saying? My bike where? Oh, my bike is not in this room. My bike is downstairs. Yes, I used to bicycle. A bike quite a lot. I still do every weekend with Giorgio. But nowadays I only do like 15 miles every weekend. That's it. It's like nothing. But one of the other reasons I don't really ride much anymore is I ride fixed, and I know if I keep riding like I used to, my knees will eventually blow up and kill me. And I just don't want to spend the money for a road bike because, like, as someone who rides, I would know what a bad road bike feels like, and building a good fixie is relatively cheap compared to a road bike. Because like it's like with keyboards. Actually, I I sourced the parts and I assembled my bicycle. It's nice. It's a nice feeling. Sell Alice, buy a road bike, some TGR tires. Oof. Get a nice Alias specialized bike. Hey man, with selling an Alice, I could like, I can get a bike. I can get Di2s. Come on, electronic shifters. Okay, you gotta save every gram. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone is big into PC games, but if you are, I'd highly recommend checking out the game Mordhau, which came out last week. It's a surprise hit. 500,000 copies in a week. I've been playing it. Big fun. Would recommend. Mordhau. Mordhau. One word. Gotta bounce. Take care, Mountain Blocks. Thank you so much for dropping by. Yeah, check out that Dolce t-shirt, everyone. If you haven't had a chance to check it out just yet. It's still going on for group buy, and it has still quite a while to go. So check it out when you get a chance. It's a cool shirt. Like after this, I'll probably be hopping on Mordhau to play. Oops, clean up that lube. Yeah, that game is definitely, in my opinion, one of like 2019 video game surprises. In my opinion. Do I have a nice gaming PC? I have an okay PC. I mean, I do a lot of video editing, so like I do need a nice PC for video editing, especially for the stuff I do in 4K. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a nice gaming PC. My graphics card is pretty outdated. My CPU is technically outdated, but it's still great because you can be like 2 generations behind on a nice CPU and still be okay. It's a i7 8700K for my CPU. It's Intel, and then my graphics card's a AMD R9 390. That's the outdated part. That's the like kind of part. But aside from that, it's great. I got 32 gigs of RAM. That's those be my specs. It's time to increase my lubing pace now. What are your thoughts on the new Octo switches from Drop? I mean, I've done a video on Octo switches before. Octo switches are, I mean, unless they've done something new with them, which I don't know about, they're bad. Yeah, I would stay away from, steer clear of Arctos. Um, that's gonna be a no go in my book. Is that it for the music? No, there's more. Less than you could save, use the MOI promo code, so use that instead. Promo code for this month is Spring Springs. Sorry for that. Stop it, wind noise. Okay, hopefully that should be the end of the wind noise. I just need to turn my fan to me because it's quite warm in my room. So I apologize for the occasional popping and wind noise going in and out. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna try to go around max speed in Lubing. If you have any questions though, feel free to just ping me and I'll catch my eye at some point. What lube is that? Saw that. Crystal Lube MCG 111. Have fun with your work meeting, Gio. I'm sorry that you have a work meeting at 10 at night. How is that compared to 205 grade 0? Similarly, if I recall correctly. Hold on, my fan sounds are bothering me. Your buddy was watching my stream the other day and wanted you to ask how old was I when I had my first kiss. What a weird question. I don't know, like 13? Hi, Olivia. Hi. A very random question. Yeah, I was 13. I remember it. I remember it. It's an embarrassing story. Hey, is this going to be another Huey story time? It's like coming back to me like... It always is. Tell the story. I'm pretty sure you've heard this story, Olivia, but it's a pretty simple story. It's pretty kind of cliche. Turn the music down a little bit. I was not into keyboards at 13. Definitely not. I was 13. Let's see. How do I? Let me think of how I'm gonna structure this story. So, what do a lot of 13-year-olds do? They go to camp. I went. Perfect music. I went to camp when I was 13. What kind of camp? It was a camp over the summer. What kind of camp do you think Huey would go to? Random guesses. Feel free to put it out there. Science camp? It was not a science camp. Boy Scouts? I am not a Boy Scouts member. Band camp? Nope. Would have been a good guess though. Soccer, religious, Catholic? Nope. It was a creative writing camp. It was held on the campus of UC Berkeley over the summer, where young individuals could develop their writing skills and write. I was there specifically to work on my nonfiction writing. Music camp would have been a pretty close guess, I'd say in general. It was a pretty cool camp. Learned a lot about like beatnik poetry and a lot of stuff like that, which is really cool. So it was like a week and a half, 2 week. I forgot how long it was. It was like a week and a half camp at UC Berkeley. It was pretty cool. Just ton of high schoolers, hormonal teenagers that they use. Can I ad-lib some beatnik poetry? Sorry, bud. This ain't no poetry slam. Maybe later. So it was a creative writing camp, and I met good amount of people. It's just been awkward, just Huey socializing as a Huey does, I guess. And then wow, this feels really awkward. Sorry to tell, but whatever. Was that beatnik poetry? Let's see what happened. What led to one thing from another? I feel like there's no way for me to phrase it without it sounding half cringe, half not cringe. No wonder Huey has the most dark jokes. Well, basically, what happened was, as 13-year-olds be sometimes, you just, you just, you just crush on a girl, right? You're 13, you're full, first kiss, full cringe. Yeah, very true, very true. So I'm gonna tell it anyway. So, it for most everyone in chat, except Olivia, can understand. You're 13 years old. You're a guy. It's awkward as hell. Every now and then you're gonna just see a girl and just crush on a girl, right? Because she looks cute. Maybe she laughed at a certain joke you said a certain way, or you just had that one thing in common, and then you both talked about it, and like you felt what you thought was some kind of like connection or whatever, but it was just you having a conversation with someone about something in common. But of course, when you're 13, you're 13. You know what I'm saying? So, I was 13, and I met this girl at creative writing camp at UC Berkeley. And we every now and then we'd hang out in our free time. We'd just talk about writing and stuff, I guess. She was pretty nice. I did not write her a poem, actually. Okay, I technically wrote her a poem, but in not a standard way. So, of course, you're 13. I crushed on a girl, whatever. It happens. So, we hung out a lot, and then near the end of the of the camp, there was a talent show where people could just be themselves and be talented people, I guess. And back then, I guess I still do, but I'm also, as many people may know, Asian, therefore somewhat of a musician. So my instrument of choice is a guitar, so I wrote her a song, which is a poem. Songs are poems. They're just lyrical poems. And, I got in front of, all 40 people, and, I'm like, hey, I like you. I wrote the song for you. Let me play it. And then I played it. And a lot of people went, aww, as, people do. So she enjoyed that song. That was cool. So here's the next part. I need to give physical structural context. Yeah, I did play on the acoustic guitar. So let me give a quick structural context. So for the building, it was held in this atrium, this meeting common area on the first floor, right? It was at the last thing we did for the night before everyone went back to sleep. The boys' floor was on the 5th floor, and the girls' floor was on the 7th floor, with the RAs and the people who are supposed to be in charge of our well-being in the middle on the 6th floor. Full context, this girl was, she was 16. So I guess it was pretty smooth. I played the song, people enjoyed it. It was really, really cool. So then it's okay, everyone clap, Rest of the talent show happened. It was really, really cool. And then it was at the end. It was time to go. Everyone's got time to go back to room to go to sleep. Okay, just waiting by the elevator. Ding. Elevator opens. I walk onto the elevator. I turn around where's everyone else who's supposed to be going up on the elevator? And then suddenly, all their girls' friends shoved her in the elevator and then just closed the elevator on us. And then it was just this really awkward, slow, I felt my heart beat just slowly as we're just silently going up an elevator. Just nothing to say, right? It's just we're just young teenage kids just in this elevator. It's okay, so now what? So of course, boys' floor and the 5th floor. So it stops on my floor first. My room was essentially right in front of the elevator when it opened, right? Just 2 steps forward, 1 step to the right. So I'm like, well, this is my floor. Have a wonderful night. Take care. So I walk out the elevator, you know, like whatever. I played my song. I did my thing, you know. I was honest to my feelings. I'm 13, top of the world, whatever. Still shy, but I overcame my shyness for a little bit, and that was great. And I was happy enough with that, right? So I told her, you know, have a wonderful night, you know, take care. Night was wonderful. So as I stepped out, I went to my door, which is 3 steps from the elevator, right? Unlocking my door to, you know, go in our room. Suddenly, I feel a hand on my shoulder. She turns me, plants her lips on me. Like something like time just stops. Like I was just in that moment. I was just so taken, just so surprised as it was happening. Like I was like, this is my life right now. Like there was just this moment that I just lived in. This is just that those few seconds was just a bubble. And then after it ended, she's like, have a good night. And this was really sleek too, because I left the elevator, right? All this happened, and she made it back to the elevator before it went back up to her floor, without like having someone to hold the elevator. So I don't know how, she timed it perfectly. Or like she must have followed me silently without me knowing. I guess I probably wouldn't have known anyways. And then that's what happened. That's the story of Huey's first kiss. There you go. Best keyword content ever. Thanks, guys. And that's the story of why I'm so awkward. Actually, in hindsight, like a lot of my like formative years had a lot of like such really interesting moments like that. Like, thanks, Mr. Petrov, with the 69 bits. Play us a song. I don't think I remember the first 3 words of this song. I do not know the whole thing, no. I'd have to look it up. I don't even know if I have it saved anywhere. I'm pretty sure every copy I've had of that song has been ripped up or destroyed. I'd have to like seriously search. Who was my teacher crush? I don't think I ever had a teacher crush. I mean, kindergarten? Mrs. Noel? Or Miss Noel? Probably it. Go with that. What are the first 3 words? Red hot lipstick. Let's rebuild the song. When's the next stream with the cool board? The next stream with the cool board is going to be on the 22nd. If I look hard enough, I could probably find the whole lyrics of the song. The question is whether or not I want to look hard enough. What are my lubing switches for? I am lubing switches to eventually, soon, build my Vern. Am I using cream cheese? Some shitty ass cream cheese if I am, but no, I'm using Creasalube 111. Do you ever break up the guitar just to say, well, anyways, here's Wonderwall? No, I break it out to play Stairway to Heaven for the umpteenth trillion time. Because that's like the first song any classical guitarist learns. What's my favorite childhood movie? Why isn't it Air Bud? Mulan's definitely up there. So is Aladdin. I don't know what my favorite childhood movie is, to be honest. I don't know if I had one. I'm sure I did. Nothing comes to mind, though. Fox and the Hound. Ooh, that's sad. Are those MX Blacks vintage or retooled? They are neither. These are ink switches. Did I ever learn Yuruma, the river flows in you? Of course I did, Olivia. Of course I did. I remember in college, I was dating a Chinese girl, and for some reason that song just got in my head. I just started like humming it, like. And she's like, "Why is that so familiar? I know that. Why do you know that?" I'm like, "Because I'm Asian. I don't know. I don't know what you expect." What was that other song? Ba 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 Tonghua? Ba 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 ba. No, is that it? I think a different song or the same song? Oh no, now. Okay, I'm all right. Okay. Play it, please. Well, I can't play it on stream, otherwise I'll probably get striked. One of these days, maybe I'll put a Men of Interest keyboard song with that theme out. And I remember I was humming that, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "What the heck? How do you know it?" She's like, "You're not Chinese. I'm the Chinese one here." I'm like, "I don't know. It's a good song. It's a good song." My guitar isn't even in this room. I'm pretty sure my guitar is in storage. I'd have to go like dig it out. Haven't played in so long. I'll probably visit guitar once I feel much older. Because like when I think of guitar now, like or playing it, like I'm like, oh, it makes me cringe because like this reminds me of my youth. Like, you know, the story of like my first kiss that I just told, and like just other stories that involve me playing guitar as well. It's like, oh, maybe when I'm older, and that doesn't make me cringe as much anymore. Smoke on the water. Bam, 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 bam. Man, you guys are like making me remember my youth. And like, man, being young is weird. You guys want to hear a fun fact? Another fun cringe Huey fact? Too bad. I'm going to tell you another fun cringe Huey fact. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Backstreet Boys. Spice Girls. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I'll do my another cringe. I guess it sounds cringe. It was understandable at the time. The girl I took to my senior prom was the sister of the girl I took to my junior prom. Let that ruminate in your head for a second. Eminem or Jay-Z? Eminem. Huey's version of chain migration. That one is worse than it's better than it sounds. It's better than it sounds. Say that much. First CD I bought myself. Oh, I know. I guess let me think. My first CD I ever bought myself was Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff. No joke. Was the actual first CD I bought myself. The Doors CD, What's Left of Deep Purple, will be dragged through the U.S. in the fall, like collapse in the dust. Maybe the orange is Shaggy Boombastic. First single you bought was Informer by Snow, off his album 12 Inches of Snow. Timbaland. Woof, that's a name I haven't heard in a cool minute. The Crease Lube looks very fondant. That's pretty accurate. One thing I'm very happy for about my cringe-full pass, it's full of cringe, um, um, is that I am pretty comfortable, like, publicly speaking. Nowadays, like, it's just like, I can just talk. And, like, because I always think, like, I've been through bad stuff. I've been through awkward, cringe-inducing stuff. Not bad. That's one thing being in cringy situations has let me adapt with, which is public speaking. Although being on the speech and debate team also helped with that significantly. Yeah, inheriting records doesn't count. What's the first one you bought yourself? Getting to the home stretch, everyone. Making it slowly but surely. Remember buying Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness on cassette and thinking it was a crazy number of tapes. Top 3 albums of all time in particular order: Nirvana, Neverland, Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, the Hamilton soundtrack. Hamilton soundtrack. That's still a choice. The Marshall Mathers LP is also a absolutely A plus, in my opinion. The first single you bought was Sandstorm. Was it really? That's... Wow. Talisman was probably the Beatles' Red and Blue albums. Wow, that's cool. Nero Milk Hotel. Wow. Haven't heard that in a long time. First CD you bought, Olivia, was the Pokemon movie soundtrack. Damn, what a baller. I remember when Burger King had all the Pokemon collectibles when the movie hit? And like, suddenly you had a reason to go to Burger King when you never did before in your life? It's like, what do I get here? I don't know. What the hell gives me the toy? What the hell gives me the collectibles? That's what I'm getting. I'm a kid. It's going to taste good anyways. Yeah, that soundtrack is too legit to quit, baby. It's a good one. It's a good one. Only classical music allowed in your childhood. Oof. I'm happy I was allowed a little bit more freedom than that. Olivia, did you also have to practice the piano for 1 hour every day? Jeff, you're the last child of 4. Your parents checked out by then. Okay, let's put these switch tops on. Smooth. So smooth. God damn it. Dilute the switch tops? Nope, just the stems. And these are just perfect. I did lube these quite generously, but these are all really smooth though and wonderful from it. I hate when that happens. So, who has interesting keyboards coming in that they're looking forward to? I recently paid the shipping invoices for my Leaf 60 and my TR60. The latter, which I forgot even existed. Probably Sirius coming soon. Cool beans. White Doro, Koyu Hayes, Space 65, Proto Sirius, Satisfaction 75, Xeno, KBD 8X MK2, Kepler, J01, WM1, and E6.5. You're going to be busy, buddy. Busy, 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 busy. This will be a fun time. Serves the wife right for making you move to Portland. That's fair. Nebula got the Lumina CA66, Xeno, Sirius E6.5, and COD 67 and J01. Oh yeah, COD 67. I have that for you. Literally right here, right around the corner of my desk. That I still need to ship out. I'll ship it out when I ship out Gio's care package. Unless you want to wait till the end of the month. Your call. You can wait till the end of the month? Okay. Oakley dokley. Not as tall in the front as you feared. Looks pretty neutral. Yeah, that's a nice thing. Not getting dicked around by the big menu. You know what this music reminds me of? It almost reminds me of as if we're returning back home to the Shire. Thinking Titanic. Oof. Mr. Teha types. In the stream. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, you are indeed done with work and probably home by now. If it was a little bit earlier, I'd say you're still at work, but I think it's late enough where you're home now. You missed out, Nathan. This was like a just chatting chat today. What did we talk about today, everyone? Some good conversation. I think no one's gonna watch the VOD. I'm pretty sure, but I think people who missed out on some good conversation. Talked about a good amount of music stuff. Oh yeah, we talked about my first kiss ever. Deep frying. Ooh, the deep frying conversation was delicious. The cutest Huey story ever. Oof, Mega Force. In the chat. Just finished Lubing switches, so sometime later this week I'll record the build of my Vern for a video. Am I using ink? These are ink switches, which you can get from Novel Keys. You can get 5% off your order at Novel Keys for non-group buy items if you use my promo code this month, Spring Springs. So, Skull Candy switches. Oh man, Skull Candies. Do they still exist? They still exist, huh? Who are we listening to? Weird. Oof, Adam, are you ready for that AX? Next, I still have about my ticket, FML. I need to buy my ticket. Bruh. Get my ticket. I'll get it tonight. BlizzCon, NorCal meetup, $500, and they steal all your personal information. Lol. BlizzCon, yeah, right, buddy. Gonna hand over all your information to Blizzard's advertisers. Okay, I got my ticket. Oof, dim sum. Oh wait, aren't we gonna eat Korean barbecue in the hottest, sweatiest room again? I feel like that has to be part of the experience now. Hello, please set us up in your in the room where the fans aren't working. The AC isn't working. The exhaust fans aren't working. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was pretty bad. Is KBBQ just a thing that happens at every keyboard meet? Happens at a lot of keyboard meets. I think Olivia is planning on going to NorCal, fortunately. I'm going next weekend to check out the venue, so I'll be in NorCal next weekend. Nathan, if you're free to grab lunch, I don't know. But I'm going up next weekend. I'm gonna check out the venue for NorCal, and hopefully it'll be lit. Subathon next weekend. Oof, good luck, bud. I might be free Sunday or Friday. Okay, maybe Friday. Oof. Can I stop in and say hi at your subathon? Functionality hype for NorCal meetup. Awesome. Yeah, hope to see you there. I'm pretty hyped too. I'm not sure if you were there 2 years ago when we had it at Nest headquarters. The venue that I'm checking out next weekend is going to be bigger than that. So the estimated holding capacity is going to be around 600 people for this venue, which I know we can hit 600 people. Because if I advertise it, I can get over 600. If I don't, last year I didn't advertise it, and we got like 450. That's me like, and that was me trying to hold back like less. I didn't want as many people coming last year as I did. Didn't make last year's meetup. How many people go to KeyCon? 200 to 300. That's gonna be a really healthy amount. Yeah, no, this NorCal, I'm hoping for like 500 ish. How do we go about getting tags added? Quick question. One for keycaps, not for keyboards. I agree. A tag for keyboards would be great. Mega Force, thank you so much for that. A tier 1 sub, bud. Thank you, thank you, thank you. NorCal was the biggest. No, KeyCon. Oh, NorCal is the biggest, not KeyCon. Even this year, I think Lightning on Nathan Kim's stream when I was on there with him was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be bigger than NorCal. I'm like, how many are you expecting? He's like 300. I'm like, it's not gonna be bigger than NorCal, bud. More keyboard people on the West Coast. I think it's more concentrated keyboard people on the West Coast as well. East Coast game is a week. I don't know why you guys are all so spread out. Because, like, East Coast is supposed to be, like, really compacted in terms of, like, space. Like, when you think of, like, New York. But, like, the people who use keyboards on the East Coast are all, like, spread out. You guys have, like a reverse population sprawl. But yeah, NorCal number 1, Seattle number 2, KeyCon number 3. Oh yeah, although KeyCon might be greater than Seattle this year in terms of attendance numbers, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if KeyCon overshot Seattle this year. Okay, all the switches are put back together. Let's just do one of these things. Just and these are going to be ready for the Vern for me to build off stream. Whoa. How are you all doing? I cleaned up my setup. Looks so clean now. The technology, dem transitions. Why build Vern off stream? I'm gonna do a video. That's why. That white balance. Well, hold on. I have something for you, Nebulent, in terms of white balance. I mean, in hindsight, I probably could have set the white balance before the show, but I was lazy and I didn't. But like realistically, I could be like, "Hey, camera, this thing," and it would do it for me because you know there's an auto white balance option. But hey, you know. That's feature who's from. CA66, sell it and get a jewel. I could keep the CA66 and get a jewel. Get a Huntsman Elite. Only if I can get the RGB wrist rest. You know what I'm saying? Yep, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't get a Huntsman Elite with the RGB wrist rests, why are you getting a Huntsman Elite? Move this over here. You still was in the back of your car from the SoCal meet in December. My gosh. What domes do I have in my Norba Touch? BKE heavy domes. BKE Redux heavies. I know you and Nebulent really like that at the meetup. There was a quartz version of the Elite. Oof, that'd be really nice. That'd be really nice. Only one. Any last questions, comments as we approach the 3-hour mark of this stream? You have a Nova Touch now with heavies, feels good with MT3. You're living the life. You're living the life. That's the way you do it. Ba-na-ba-na-ba-ba. Well, I'll be playing Mordhau in a bit on my Discord channel if anyone wants to join me. Speaking of, I have a Discord channel, if not already in my Discord channel. Link down below. Mordhau. Although, Adam, you'd probably prefer FGO Mordred instead. Give Giorgio scritches, please. I will. Dig the news. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's like I clean things up a little bit. You know, now I can throw this. Bam. This one. Bam. Is that the sword game? Yes. Yes, it is. Mordred is cute, okay? GMK Mordred. Play Apex Legends. Apex Legends is so last month, Olivia. Come on. Come on. Where have you been? Thank you, Mr. Petrov, for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining so much my wonderful stream today. VOD's going up on YouTube. I'm not going to cut it. If anyone wants to watch it. If anyone's watching the VOD now and somehow you've watched this whole thing, good for you. Good for you. You've heard a lot of awkward stories, like you've already known if you're watching the VOD. The streams is okay. Literally, the first half hour of the stream, I was literally just cleaning this desk. That's all I was doing. The first like half hour of the stream, half hour to an hour. Like I didn't start lubing switches or taking them apart until the 45-minute mark. So, well, everyone, thank you so much. Here is my usual spiel of links down below for all my bullshit. YouTube channel, Discord, sponsors, Amazon affiliate, X, Y, and Z, Twitch Prime, sub, donations. Yeah. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Catch you guys in the next video or stream.